Hailey Bieber is the breadwinner now, and Justin can't even congratulate her on the billion-dollar deal. But was this deal a good thing for Hailey or a way to pay off Justin's debt? Also, Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo were rushed off to the UK. They missed a huge plot line in Wicked Part 2, and without it, the film will fail. So let's get into it. It looks like Justin Bieber isn't going broke anytime soon because Hailey just sold her brand, her beloved brand, RHODE Beauty, for $1 billion to e.l.f. Cosmetics. Now, whether you like Hailey or not, you must admit this is pretty impressive. Also, I didn't know e.l.f. Cosmetics had like $1 billion to spare, but good for them. I've always known e.l.f. as like the affordable makeup, but I guess like all of that adds up over time. Plus, I don't know, comment below, do you guys like e.l.f. Cosmetics? It looks like Hailey's RHODE brand had $212 million in net sales in 12 months. Even though the products are only available online, they are going to be in Sephora sometime soon. With all of this brand transformation, new owners going into Sephora, it seems like Hailey's going to be walking away with a major payday. Hailey is going to remain the chief creative officer and head of innovation and be a strategic advisor, so she'll still be working, but she's not going to be the owner like she was. The brand's popular with young consumers and people that are fans of the fresh-faced makeup aesthetic, which I think looks really nice. It's very different than what like Kim Kardashian made popular a decade ago with the heavy glam, the under eye that's all white. Hailey's not the only one walking away with all of this money. She's got her CEO Nick, and she's got co-founders Lauren and Michael. They're all acquiring $800 million in cash, and they're getting some stock with an additional $200 million they could make depending on how the brand grows over the next 3 years. I mean, it's heavily associated with Hailey, so it's going to be interesting to see if the brand's going to try to disassociate with her or try to like just focus on something else. You know, she's really the face of it, so I know she's going to be a chief creative officer there, but she could be the main model, the person who pushes all this product. Now, the shares at e.l.f. actually soared more than 25% after they announced that they acquired RHODE. So it seems like it's overall good for the brand. And even though they made an announcement recently that they're going to be raising their prices because of the tariffs, they did really well last year, making even more than what they anticipated. So that's where they got the extra coin from. Hailey wrote this message on Instagram: "When I launched RHODE in 2022, I always wanted big dreams for the company, and the most important thing to me is to keep bringing RHODE to more spaces, places, and faces globally. So today, I'm so incredibly excited and proud to announce that we are partnering with e.l.f. Beauty as we step into this next chapter in the world of RHODE. I found a like-minded distributor with a vision to be a different kind of company that believes in big ideas and innovation in the same way that I do and will help continue to grow the brand. I feel invigorated and excited and more ready than ever to step into a bigger role." She continues by saying thank you to the RHODE community for being the most supportive and being on this journey. And the next chapter is going to be even more incredible together. As I've said, this is only the beginning. So wow, imagine if RHODE becomes literally the biggest skincare beauty brand everywhere. It is interesting to me because I feel like Hailey doesn't have the best reputation. I mean, people do like her and she's not the worst person out there, but there are definitely some feelings about her. So to have her as the biggest beauty brand is interesting because I guess people just don't care, or there's a lot of people who love her or just love her products. Now, everyone has been supportive in the comments. Kylie Jenner wrote, "I could cry, love you so much." Kendall Jenner did some emojis, and Kim wrote, okay, yes, Hailey. I wonder if any of them, like, well, in particular, Kylie and Kim are a little bit like stressed right now. Like, no, she's taking over. We need to step it up. Now, there are a lot of people who are dissecting this deal and kind of hating on Hailey for it. Also, people just trying to figure out, like, how did they land at $1 billion? I mean, this person said on X, she sold the company for a $600 million loan and $200 million in stock. They screwed her over. Well, a $600 million loan doesn't sound great. Brooke says it might not be the best deal because it depends on the current revenue it brings in and the money she has right now because of the stakes in the company. She'll only get a percentage of it, but you know, a win's a win. Another person wrote that she sold her company because her husband's in debt and she made at most $200 million from this deal. Tiana clarified that Hailey doesn't own 100% of the company, therefore she isn't is not a billionaire. And a lot of people are hating she's trying to pay off Justin's debt while he continues to humiliate her publicly on social media. Another person wrote on TikTok, I find it very admirable that Rihanna, Selena Gomez, and Lady Gaga haven't sold Fenty Beauty, RHODE Beauty, and House Labs to some parent company in the name of achieving a certain tax bracket. They really put their heart in their brands, and I love that. Which, you know what? You don't know what happens really behind the scenes. After this deal, she's probably left with 10% of the company. Kind of insane how she marketed RHODE to be a skincare company, then very quickly switched to makeup. Another person added that I remember the Kylie Cosmetics deal with Coty was big news. For anyone who forgot about it, Coty reportedly bought a 51% stake in the brand for $600 million in 2019. Isn't that when her brand basically went downhill and her sales plummeted? And yes, that is true. She stopped really pushing it as much as she used to because it wasn't fully her. She didn't really care. I honestly didn't know how e.l.f. had money like that or how RHODE got this. Not valuation, but value and amount from e.l.f. This is insane. This user wrote that e.l.f. earned over $1 billion in profits just last year. Technicolor Abby writes, e.l.f. is massively popular, and e.l.f. announced this week that they were increasing prices due to tariffs and maybe that RHODE beauty deal. Now, thankfully, Justin just screenshotted Hailey's post and shared it on his page with no caption. We don't need a caption from him because last time she had something big happen and he wrote a caption, he told her that she would never be on the cover of Vogue. So I wonder if he told her that she would never sell RHODE Beauty for $1 billion. This is what he's been posting on Instagram. This person commented, while Hailey just landed a $1 billion deal, he's chilling with his homies in his garage. No big deal. Don't even mention it. It is odd to see that like Justin does not really congratulate Hailey. I mean, I think of like husbands like Spencer Pratt, who stands up for Heidi Montag all the time. He doesn't really do that for Hailey ever. And I just found this headline that Justin Bieber lost out on an estimated $90 million when he pulled out of his tour. Now he's blowing through the remaining earnings. Justin Bieber has been all over social media lately, smoking, partying with friends, and confronting paparazzi. Some of his behavior has people worrying about his finances, given the fact that he lost a lot of money when he backed out of tour in 2022. He had plenty of opportunities to make good investments with a lot of money. If he blew it, no one else is to blame but him. Selling off assets to maintain operating expenses is not a sustainable business model, which is kind of what like Hailey just did, sold off the assets of her company to try to maintain what life they're living. Having $200 million can be a lot of money, but when you have upkeep on a $31 million house and other expenses, that lifestyle can catch up quick. I just think that this kid has never made wonderful financial decisions. Hope it all works out for him. Well, whether Hailey's business move was a good deal for her or just to save the day, it's at least something to be proud of. Trying to see the positive in all of this. At least it maybe buys them some time. At least until Justin decides he's going to go and perform again. But I want to switch gears and talk a little bit about what's going on with the Wicked movie. So I guess Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo secretly returned to the United Kingdom to go and fix up the next Wicked movie. And I'm really glad they went back because I enjoyed the first movie. So if they have problems with the second one, go and fix it. I think they're also trying to win that Oscar, so they need to make sure it's perfect. And we have just 6 months to go until the second film hits. So this is a very last minute shoot. I mean, I think the trailer comes out this week. Key members of the cast have returned to the UK to work on a scene set at Shiz University, which was the center of last year's film. It looks like they realized they didn't have a key moment for the film, so they had to go back. Quote, filming wrapped in January last year for work on both movies because they were shot at the same time, but the second film is a lot more complex than the first, and it quickly became clear in the edit that they needed everyone back. It cost hundreds of thousands of pounds to bring the team together, but it's vital for the film to make sense. The first film did so well that there's even more pressure on this one to succeed. Despite it being a headache to find a date that worked for everyone's busy schedules, Ariana and Cynthia couldn't be happier to get back into the costume one more time, which I'm sure they are so happy to be back.
Have a really truthful friendship and a beautiful sistership that continues to grow and grow even through this press tour. Something's bothering her. She's gonna fix something. I know.
Sorry.
She's getting the fixing itch.
The source says they've made it clear that they would move heaven and earth to make it a success. It's out in November though, so the team has a race on their hands to get it finished in time. The first film brought more than $660 million to the box office, becoming one of 2024's biggest hits. As we all know, the first film ended with Cynthia's character Elphaba turning against the Wizard of Oz and her pal Glinda, played by Ariana. So I'm excited to see the next film because it's going to be like when Elphaba becomes like evil and we see all of the just everything flip. There'll be even more drama in the next movie with a handful of new songs that have been written to bolster the soundtrack. Speaking about it in February, Ariana said it's very special, it's very emotional. Of course it is. I think the second movie really embodies unconditional love and forgiveness and friendship, and you'll have to wait and see, but it's quite different. Lately, Ariana's been pretty boring on social media, so it does seem like she's back there working on set because she's not really posting anything going on in her life, just been promoting her music and her makeup and otherwise really quiet. I guess she still owns her makeup brand. As for her relationship with Ethan, it seems like they're thriving, and I'm assuming that he's back in the UK too while they're filming together. I think he's probably needed. It seems like all the crucial cast are back there. The last we heard about them was a couple weeks ago where they were doing just fine, hanging out with Liz Gillis in New York City, so it seems like their relationship is doing just dandy. I think they're just trying to give us good headlines right now, especially because we've got that movie coming out. We don't know how co-parenting is going with Ethan Slater and Lily J, his high school sweetheart that he left Ariana for, but I'm assuming everything's all right. She wrote her essay and she kind of closed that chapter, so it seems like Lily has moved on. But I'm really interested in this next like press tour that Ariana and Cynthia are going to do. I wonder if they're going to try to like act and cry and do all of the different things.
Defying gravity and really holding space with that and feeling power in that.
I didn't know that was happening.
I've seen it, yeah.
That's really powerful.
I wonder if everything was just so fresh because they had just filmed it. That's why promoting it like felt so intense. I wonder how it'll be different. I'm excited to see though, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I'll see you in a new one soon. Bye guys.